Alright, so the Honeywell 6000 thermostat has four basic operating modes. We have the button for setting the clock, the day, and the schedule, the button for setting the fan control or blower control in the furnace, the button for setting the system control, which cycles between heat, cool, and system off, and then our buttons for raising and lowering the temperature or holding the thermostat at a specific temperature that you select. I'm going to start with the fan control because all of these buttons will revert back to the setting clock and schedule button. Fan control auto and fan control on. Auto, this mode, the blower in the furnace will only run when the heat is calling for or the air conditioning is calling for. In the fan on position, the blower will run continuously 24 hours a day, circulating the air that you already have in your house that you've either heated or cooled. By simply touching the button, you can alternate back and forth between them. Fan on, fan auto. System button cycles between heat, system off, system cool. Cool would be for air conditioning, heat would be for the furnace, and system off would be to turn the system off so that you don't have either heating or air conditioning coming on. Some systems will only have heat on and heat off because you don't have air conditioning installed. But on this particular demonstration, we have all three modes available to us. So it was just a matter of pushing the button, cycling between off, cool, and heat. The controls for temperature up and down, raising and lowering the temperature. This is the inside temperature. This is the temperature that you're going to be selecting for the room. And it's just a matter of pushing the temperatures up and down. When you do that and come off of the schedule, the running schedule for the thermostat, it will display temporary, which will hold the temperature that you select. If I select 68 degrees, it will hold the heating system at 68 degrees until the next scheduled program event. From the factory, it comes default at 6 a.m. in the morning for leaving or waking up, for 8 o'clock in the morning leaving for work, 6 p.m. in the evening returning from work, and 10 p.m. at night going to sleep. So it's 4:19 in the afternoon right now. This temperature, 68 degrees, would temporarily hold until 6 p.m. tonight. At that particular time, it would revert back to the normal schedule that would have been pre-programmed. You can permanently hold the temperature by pressing the hold button. Now your temporary has changed to hold, and now you have a manual thermostat. You see that the run schedule button has disappeared, so you can't set the schedule any longer, and where you can raise and lower the temperature to your desired level with the buttons. There's no way to get it out of hold by repressing that. In order to get it out of hold, either permanent hold or temporary hold, is to tell it to go back and run the schedule. So when you press this button, the clock, day, and schedule name will appear again, and now we've reverted back. Inside temperature is 75. We're running the schedule. It's 62 degrees in the house, which is what it's set for from the default from the factory. When you press the set clock, day, or schedule button, it will be able to cycle between setting the clock. This is what's flashing. We can set the clock to the correct time using the up and down arrows and readjust the time to the correct time. When you're done, you can hit the done button and that will remember the time, or you can set the day if the day is incorrect. Pressing that using the up and down arrows will allow you to cycle between what particular day it is, or you can set the schedule. If you're done with all of that, again, you can just hit the done button. It takes you right back to the main display. So if I hit the set day clock schedule button and hit the set schedule button, it allows us to work through the programming mode for the thermostat. By default from the factory, the thermostat comes with a Monday through Friday program and a Saturday and Sunday program. Here we have Monday through Friday in the wake mode. 6 a.m., the default from the factory, it makes the house 70 degrees for heating. Whatever is flashing is what you can change. So if I wanted to change the time, I could raise or lower the time by 15-minute increments to whatever time it was that I would be waking up in the morning. If I'm satisfied with the time, hitting the next button will cause the temperature to flash, and that will allow me to change the temperature. Again, time you can change by 15-degree increments. The minutes or the temperature you can set by 1-degree increments. So up and down like this. So at 5:45 I want it to be 68 degrees. I hit next and it takes me from wake to leave, now I'm leaving the house to go to work at 8 o'clock. You can again adjust that to any particular time that you like, or leave it the way that you want. 7:15 I'm going to leave. 62 degrees, I'm going to let the house fall to 62 degrees. I just hit next. The time will stop flashing and the temperature will stop flashing, but I'm satisfied with that. So I hit next again. I'm going to go from leave to return. Now I'm returning from work at 6 p.m. and again adjust that to whatever is your particular desire. And I want the house to warm back up again. It was 62, so I want to hit next and the temperature will start to flash. And I want to have the house come up to 68 degrees. So I'm in the return mode now. Now I'll hit next again. Will take us to sleep. What time do you want to go to sleep? 11 o'clock, and have the house fall back to a comfortable temperature that you desire. Let's say 64. So at 11 p.m. the house will fall back to 64 degrees. I hit next because I've done Monday through Friday for the 4 times that we have. Wake, leave, return, and sleep. So I hit next, and it takes me to Saturday and Sunday. And then the wake period for Saturday and Sunday. 6 a.m. I want to sleep in, so I want to sleep until 8:30 on Saturday and Sunday. I hit next to raise the temperature. I want my house to go back again to 68 degrees. I'm in the wake mode, so I hit next. Now it's leaving. I'm not going anywhere on Sunday, so I want the house to remain at 68 degrees. So I'm going to skip over, hit next, raise my temperature to 68. So at 8 a.m. in the morning, it's going to continue to keep the house at 68 degrees. I hit next, my return. I'm still home Saturday at 6 p.m. So I'm just going to hit next and lower my temperature back to 68 because that's where I want to keep my house. And for sleeping on Saturday, I'll let it go to bed early on Saturday. So at 10 p.m. I'll make it 10:30. I want the house to fall again back to 64 degrees for me. So I hit next, and we've gone through all of the programming for the Monday through Friday block and the Saturday and Sunday block. So I'm all done. So I hit the done button, and that takes us back to our default screen for during the day. 4:30 in the afternoon, 62 degrees. Again, if I want to go off of the temperature because I come home early, I can raise it, and temporarily it will hold that temperature until the next scheduled event, and it will go back to the program. Or I can hit the hold button, and it will permanently hold that, becoming a manual thermostat, and I can just raise and lower the temperature, and it won't use the scheduling of any of the things that I've already programmed. So I'll hit the run schedule button to cancel my hold. Takes me back to my program. The other thing to remember too is the batteries are located right here. They come right out. You can slide them out. 2 AA batteries. They go on a little cartridge. Slides back in. Pops into place. Display comes back on. You have 2 minutes to change your batteries. So if you need to change the batteries during the year, have them handy with you. Be ready to do that. Take the carriage out for the batteries. Replace them, put them back in, and the display will come back on. You won't lose any of your time or any of your settings. And that's all for the Honeywell 6000 thermostat.